In this video, you'll see how to create a gift or donation list in WMS Acquisitions and how to track those items you receive by donor and add them to your collection. Let's take a look at the steps in the gifts workflow in WMS Acquisitions. First, you'll need to create a donor record in WMS Vendors. You'll just save this locally, so it's only visible for your institution. So you'll save it, but not publish it. Second, you need to create the gift list in WMS Acquisitions. Next, search WorldCat for a record for the first gift item to be added. And then you'll add the item to the gift list for that particular donor. And finally, you'll receive the item, making it available for discovery and circulation. So let's say I've received a gift, the Brahms Sonatas for Viola and Piano, a CD from one of my library patrons, Kevin Smith, and I want to add it to my collection and also track it as a gift that I've received from this particular donor. So I've logged into WMS and I've selected Acquisitions. My first step is to create a record for the donor. So I need to go to Vendors. And then I'll click on New Vendor. And I'll enter the name of the donor for the vendor name, Kevin Smith. And that's the only required field. You can add other fields, contact information and notes, for example, if you want to. I'm going to click on the country drop-down, and then I'm going to select United States. And I'll also click the language drop-down, and I'll select English. And then I'll click the link to show options for roles, and I'll select donor. And now I'm ready to click Save. And the system confirms the vendor has been saved successfully. So I've just saved the donor locally. Notice the house icon, which indicates that this is a local vendor. You would not publish this because that would make it available in the shared vendor database for all WMS libraries. Now I'll click on the X in the left navigation to close the new vendor donor record that I just created. The next step is to create the gift list. So I'll click on Orders, and then I'll click on Orders again, and now I'm going to click on New Order. On the Add New Order dialog box, I'll enter the donor's name for the order name. And next, I'll open the drop-down for the order type, and I'm going to select Gift Donation List. Next, I'll type in the first couple of letters for the vendor name, the donor I just created, Kevin Smith. And then when I do that, I'll select Kevin Smith there from the drop-down that appears. And now I'm ready to click on Save. The system will automatically assign an order number, and it confirms that the order has been created. Now I'm ready to search WorldCat for a record for the item that Kevin Smith donated. So I'll go to Discover Items, and I'll click on the drop-down of Search Indexes, and I'm going to select the keyword index. And I'll search for the UPC number that I found on the back of the CD case. This number is usually in an 024 field, and it would be indexed in both the standard number index, SN:, but also in the keyword index, KW:, which is also available here in the basic search. So I'll enter that number in the text box. And then I'll click on Search, or you could just hit Enter on your keyboard. And my search results in 5 records. I'll use the facets on the left to narrow the results. I'll select English as a language of cataloging, and I'm also going to select the format CD. And now I just have 2 records. So I can see the first record is a full level record. I could click View Edit Metadata to see the full bib record, but let's say I've confirmed this is the correct record to use. So I'll click on Add To, and then I'm going to select Order. On the Add Item to Order screen, I'll check the acquisitions type is set to one time, and the processing type should be set to monograph for a single part monograph. It's just one CD. Next, I need to find the new gift list that I created, so I'll search by the order name, which was the name of the donor. So I've put in the text box there, Kevin Smith, and I'll click on Search. And now the gift list appears. Before I add this title, I'm going to apply an order item template. So when I receive this item, the locations will be populated from my template. So I'll click on the template drop-down, and I'm going to select the Main Stacks Gifts template. And now I'm ready to click Add in the Action column to add this title to the gift list. The system confirms that the title has been added to the gift list, Kevin Smith. Next, I'll click the Receive Item button. And this takes me to the Receive an Invoice screen. The action is set to Receive. Since this is a gift and there's no invoice, I could edit the call number if I need to. And now I'm ready to add the barcode that I'm going to put on the CD. And then I hit Enter, and the item is received. Next, I'm going to click in the Items Processed area, and you can see the title, Sonatas for Viola and Piano. If I need to edit it, I could click the barcode. If I receive any additional gifts from this donor, I can just begin the process with searching for a record for the item in WorldCat, since I now have the donor vendor record created, and I've created the gift list for tracking and receiving these donations. If you have questions about managing gifts in WorldShare acquisitions, you can find contact information for OCLC support in your region at oc.lc/support.